Hey friends, I hope your day is going considerably better than mine is. It will be okay, I'm sure. But I had an interesting encounter today with the Alton Police Department. They are not with the protect and serve shit, just let me tell you what, right now. We had to run some errands today. So while we were out and about, we stopped by the store. On the way in, we passed a wolfhound, a very, very large wolfhound, tied up outside. He was in the shade, but he was clearly suffering from heat exhaustion. Because he was tied up outside the store, I was hoping that whoever was inside shopping would come back out and collect him. However, they did not. We picked up all our stuff. We were on our way out. They still hadn't come to get their dog. Dog was looking pretty pitiful. So my son took a bucket of water over to him. We had a container in the car, and he poured some water into it and took that over to him. And he went in and told the manager that someone had left their dog outside and it was in distress. So the manager came out and tried to call the number on the dog's ID, which was no good. The number was dead. They had changed it and not put their new number on. The manager said that she was going to call the police to figure out whose dog it was. So I said, I'll wait, because if they don't take the dog with them, I can put it in the air conditioning at my house until somebody can come and claim it. So in the meantime, the guy that owns the dog comes out of the store. He starts yelling, "That dog's okay, that dog's okay." And I'm like, well, is this your dog? Because, I was about to take him home with me. When I walked back to the car, I told my son, well, that's the dog's owner right there. So my son walks over to about 3-4 feet from this guy and tells the guy, "You're a piece of fucking shit for leaving your dog tied out in the heat like this." The old guy grabs my son, immediately tries to wrestle with him. My son's 20 years old and fit. I don't know what he thought he was going to prove, but he didn't. So he realizes that he can't wrestle him to the ground, so he lets go and tries to take a swing at him. My son blocks it. The people from the store come out, or the lady from the store gets involved. There's a guy that's there who comes running up after they're already separated and says, "Oh, I'm an off-duty cop, I'm an off-duty cop." "Wait your turn, please, Bertie." "I'm an off-duty cop, I'm an off-duty cop, blah, 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 blah." So he's talking stupid and trying to justify this old man going hands-on with my son. And I was just like, that's kind of bullshit. So he starts cursing at me, like loses his cool, starts cursing at me. And I'm like, well, if you're an off-duty officer, you shouldn't have told me that because you're extremely unprofessional. When the Alton Police pull up, they talk to the off-duty cop first, even though he didn't even witness the whole thing. There was an independent witness that had seen the whole thing that they refused to ask any questions to. The officer that responded, when he walked up to us, he was like, well, I basically already know what happened. Didn't ask us for our side, didn't ask the independent witness who was waiting with us any questions, just basically said that my son was in the wrong for telling this old bastard that he was a piece of shit for leaving his dog out in the heat. They totally did not care that the old man tried to get all aggressive. So anyway, I have severe anxiety and PTSD. So I'm not doing very well at this point because the cops are literally cursing at me and acting like idiots. I have to print the forms. They don't let you fill out the request for information online, so I have to print the forms to try to get a copy of the body worn, to apply for a copy of the body worn images that were captured. The one stupid little prick tried to tell me to leave Alton when I have several generations of family that are from here and lived here forever. So yeah, I'm not gonna leave. What the hell? Yeah, they just basically bullied us into not pursuing action against the old man that tried to assault my son because he left his dog in the heat. The Madison County officer came back up after The Alton Police got there and tried to apologize to me for his behavior and ask if he could speak to me, and I declined because, like I said, I already have anxiety and PTSD. I'm literally taking over a dozen pills a day for anxiety and PTSD, and I do not need that aggravation from the police department. So that's why I filed a report against them. They just behaved extremely unprofessionally in the circumstances. They tried to trespass me from the store without consulting anyone from the store. Yeah, it was just a shit show. So that's your Alton, Illinois Police Department for you.